Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles and this is going to be my predictions for WrestleMania 41. Now I'm making these predictions on the Thursday, the week before WrestleMania, so I haven't watched SmackDown yet. I don't know what that's going to happen there. I am going to keep these pretty quick, basically give you the participants and who's going to win. I am going to do a full review on WrestleMania probably Monday or Tuesday. With that being said, let's jump right into it. These are the matches as I've seen them on Wikipedia. I know some of the matches for some of the nights, but I digress. Starting off with the first match in night one, Gunther versus Jay for the Heavyweight Championship. I see this going one way, and this is probably the easiest pick of both nights. Yeet! Jey Uso is picking up the win here. Now go from that, our second match, the War Raiders versus New Day for the World Tag Team Championships. I see New Day picking up the win. It's time that they make something out of that heel turn. Going up for our third match, and like I said, I'm going to go through these pretty quick because the full review is going to come out in a couple days, and I'll talk more about the matches, more about the build-up and everything on that. We get Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. I'm going with El Grande Americano here. I think this is just the start of the feud, and I think it's going to end with a mask versus mask match. Just my opinion. That's why I'm picking El Grande. Next, we have Naomi versus Jade Cargill. Going with Jade Cargill here. This was kind of a toss-up because of some of the great work that Naomi's been doing, but I obviously think Jade's going to pick up the win. Next up, we have L.A. Knight, versus Jacob Fatu. I'm sorry, LA Knight, but you are the sacrificial lamb. Jacob Fatu is winning this. He is going to start his ascension to the top of the ranks, and I wouldn't be surprised that if by this time, WrestleMania 42, he's in one of the two main events at that show. Next up, Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. This match a lot of people are looking at as maybe the car crash, the unprofessional match of the night. I do think they keep it professional. I think Tiffany keeps the win here. I think Charlotte might get the championship from her, but I think it's not going to be at this show. Next up, our main event of night one, and as you see, I'm rifling through these pretty quickly. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Based off of the last couple weeks and them proving that Seth is just as vital a part of this three-way as the other two, I'm picking Seth to win. I don't know if it's going to be because Heyman joins with Seth or somehow Heyman accidentally caused Roman or Punk to win here. I definitely see Seth winning. Going on to night number two, we get Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. Sad to say, I think Io's in this match to eat a pin, so that leaves us to two others. I do think it's going to be Rhea Ripley that picks up the win here. I could see Bianca making a heel turn and winning this match, but I think with what I'm going to predict in the main event, we do want to see some fan favorites win on this show, so that's why I'm going with Rhea Ripley. Next up, the Women's World Tag Match, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. I'm going with Bayley and Lyra, make Lyra a double champ. I see this as a hot potato championship. They could win it back the next night on Raw or 2 weeks from now. It's one of those belts that just gets passed around like it's nothing. Next up, we have AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. My opinion, probably one of the better matches of either night. It's going to be a great match in the ring, whether you like Logan Paul or not. He has performed when he's been in that ring. I'm going with Logan for the win here. Again, I think his trajectory needs to be starting pointing up and maybe to start going back for some championships. That's why I think he's going to win. Next, we get the Intercontinental 4-Way. Braun Breaker defending against Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. I think this comes down to our Judgment Day too, and I think Dom is going to pick up the win. I think this is going to be the split where Finn is kicked out of Judgment Day, goes a separate way. Maybe we finally see the return of Demon Finn Balor, but Dominic's going to be the new Intercontinental Champion. Next up, our Sin City Street Fight. I don't see where either one of these two men could pick up a loss here. That's Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Both have kind of been on losing streaks. I do kind of see Drew picking up the win. Hopefully Priest can, somewhere down the line, get back on track and get back into that main event picture, because I think he is a top-tier performer. I just think that he's kind of been muddled in some weird stuff the last year. Last but not least, our main event, the reason why most of you tuned in, Cody Rhodes versus John Felix Anthony Cena. I'm going with Cena picking up the win here. I know you most likely get a feel-good moment at the end of WrestleMania, and we had that last year. But I definitely think the time is now. Cena is going to pick up the win. I think he'll carry it for a few months until he decides to turn on The Rock or The Rock turns on him. But yeah, I think Cena picks up the win here. So to go over it real quick, I got Jey Uso winning, The New Day winning, El Grande Americano winning, Jade Cargill winning, Jacob Fatu becoming the U.S. champion, Tiffany Stratton winning, Seth Rollins winning, Rhea winning, Bayley and Lyra, Logan Paul, Dominic Mysterio getting the IC title, Drew McIntyre, and John Cena. That's my opinion on who's going to win. I'm probably going to get most of these wrong. I'm going to keep this for when I do my review of WrestleMania, and we're going to compare where I was wrong, where I was right, where I was a total idiot. With all that being said, let me know what you think. What are some predictions you have for the show? Hit me up down here in the comments. It doesn't necessarily have a match. If you predict, like, let's say this is the time where Rusev comes back or Big E helps the New Day, let me know down here in the comments. With all that being said, my name is George Coles, and you've been watching Heel Heat.